Yo.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to PBZ TV, the show where we talk about the culture, movie, TV, games, sports, headlines of all sorts. And my God, we got an action-packed day today, don't we, Tom?
Yes, we do, sir.
State of Play was last night, for us anyway, as time of recording, and it dropped so much good stuff, along with a lot going on in the sports world, and some cool stuff in TV and film. So it is all popping off at the moment, mate. So we're going to start today off with State of Play.
Yes.
So
let's do it.
We've been diving in deep. There's so much to be excited about. I mean, the first thing that comes to my head and some of the things I was immediately drawn to, Star Wars Galactic Racer.
Yeah, is that the first one that was like...
Yeah, because the graphics are mad, first of all.
Yeah. I will say most of these games that we've looked at today are like, the graphics are just... I don't know if it's like a gameplay trailer... Not gameplay, it's just strictly trailer based.
Some of them were definitely 3D render trailers.
Yeah,
100%.
exactly. That's how they get you sometimes.
Yeah.
You're like,
ooh, nice.
But yeah, the Star Wars Galactic Racer one looked insane graphically, and I think it just makes sense, right? Like, like I said to you before we started, why are more franchises not making games that already exist? So like racing games and... Oh, they probably have always done that, actually, thinking back to it.
Yeah, because Star Wars has had Pod Racer before. I can't remember if it was a PS2 or PS1 property, to be honest. There's also been side quests within other Star Wars games where you do have like a racer segment usually.
Yeah.
But it's nice to have like a dedicated... It looks like there's a bit of a story behind it as well, based on the trailer. It looks like some guy was getting aggy that you want to race. Like there's not much to it. But the thing with racing games is, for me... Can you tell there's a sense of velocity to the race? Because like, I want to feel like I'm going like light speed in like a Star Wars game. Is it going to be like
a Need for Speed sort of vibe? Though,
I hope
you can sort of travel around and... Yeah,
I'm not too much of a racing purist to the point where like, I really like a racing game to be realistic. Like I want to feel like I'm doing cool movie stuff. So that's just me as more of like a gamer than a racing fan.
Yeah, because...
Especially Star Wars
racing games are normally quite hard, let's be honest. I know there's different difficulties, etc. Like Formula 1 stuff, you can literally change the difficulty, so you have to change the gears and the weather, etc. Right,
and the setups you can have.
Yeah.
The game I saw.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and I'm just talking about using a controller but you can literally buy accessories and be in a car. Now. Yeah. So
I saw one guy that had purchased an old Formula 1 car shell to put around his rig. Oh. So he's literally sat in an F1 car, and I was like, that is so sick.
It just gives me the vibe of that South Park one, though, you know, when they're all playing games. Yeah. And Stan's just doing a racing game, and he just stops because it's all dramatic, and he just starts reversing, looking back in his front room. It just gives me the vibe of that. But, yeah, I'm not very good at racing games, so I've never really immersed myself in the racing game.
But when it's based in a universe that you like.
But that makes sense, like I was saying, right? Like, why do more franchises not do that? Like, Simpsons Hit and Run basically just copied GTA's formula and made a Simpsons game. Yeah. Like, why are there not popular games that are out there right now and just create a...
I think it's been done to few and far success because Simpsons did have another racing game either before that or after that, and it was not the same as Hit and Run. No. Hit and Run, I think, is a bit of an anomaly, to be honest, in terms of how successful it was. But like, when I saw the trailer for Galactic Racer, I'm like, at least it looks high octane, it looks good velocity, the graphics looked insane, and it like had a lot of like sections in the trailer where there was like this. Like it would go all like slow mo 3D. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's facts. Because that reminded me of Hit and Run Burnout for the PS2, when you just smash someone and you get back in. I'm like, yeah, boy.
Well, yeah, because in pod racing there is that, collision effect and trying to take people out. Yeah. I don't know if that's part of the rules actually. Yeah, because Sebulba being nasty.
Race for your freedom, boy.
So I don't know if that's a part of it, but it looked pretty insane. Looked a bit like GTA racing, but
yeah. And that's what we want to see, man. That's what we want to see. Let me just check on the release dates for Star Wars Galactic Racer, because you can obviously pre-order now on Steam, which is helpful. And then release dates, there's no further clue yet, but it's hopefully 2026.
Okay.
There could be a potential that.
Do you know when they show trailers like this and it's like coming 2045? You're like 2045. That's a long time away.
On a random note, I think Rockstar have confirmed that GTA will be this year.
I saw that.
With no further
they
delays.
Were like, nope.
So I'm happy about that. There's going to be a lot of time booked off in November for a lot of people, mate.
But loads of people booked the time off for this summer, didn't they? And obviously it got pushed back. So
I mean, you can't have time off in the summer. You know, it could be worse.
Yeah, true. Yeah, and there was also everything else going on, like the World Cup and something else.
Yeah,
something else.
But yeah, Star Wars Galactic Racer. Hopefully it's good. I'm not sure if it's. Hopefully, I'm really hoping that's not an £80 game or like a $70 game. I'm hoping that's like a $40 game, like a Helldivers price, because
depends what you get. If you said that Need for Speed aspect of it, where you can go off and play story mode and go different places and sort of,
I highly doubt it'll be open world.
Not open world in the sense like you can, is that right? Am I thinking of the right game where Need for Speed you can literally drive around a whole map and then drive up to a racing area?
I think it's going to be a set quest of races you go on, plus the ability to do like couch co-op and online. That would be my guess. Which is fair, I'm not opposed to the return of couch co-op for games like that, but again, I don't think that's worth £70.
No,
when it comes to just a racing game, unless it is the quality and depth of something like a Forza, a Gran Turismo, or an F1.
Yeah,
and so I even question F1 because they bring the same freaking thing out every year, and they just adapt the.
Well, that's
the 2K FIFA
that's the sports franchise in general, isn't it? Like, you know what they do? They just remodel it with the names of the teams that are currently playing.
Update the drivers, update the tracks.
There is
change the engine. Done.
There's a whole fan base, I guess, that because PES is no longer a thing, right?
Yeah,
it's
what was
now
it, like
eFootball, and it's free. Yeah. But the last PES that you had to pay for was PES 21.
Yeah.
And there's this whole modding group online that have just basically updated it each year.
Shout out to the solo devs.
It's so good. And you could even play old school, like they've gone to like the 92 season. You can play that. Every player, all the kits, all the stadiums, they've gone in. It's like, why? Yeah, and we have to buy another game each year.
The modding community keep the game alive. That's why I'm really, really hoping when they bring out the Steam machine eventually, it's going to unlock a whole new world for console gamers to jump ship.
Yeah.
So that if they get that price point right, I'm immediately copping a Steam machine. I don't care because I am really not fussed in terms of building my own PC. And with RAM prices today, I'm not going to do it. So I'm hoping it opens up a world for us.
Going back to State of Play then. So this is this strictly PlayStation games? Are they going to be available on other platforms?
I do believe Star Wars Galactic Racer will be across all the major consoles. So it's saying it's for a PC, PlayStation, and Xbox Series S and X release. But obviously, I think the first launch came from PlayStation. So I'm not sure if PlayStation might get it early, but I have a feeling it's just going to be a cross-platform release. But it happened to have the launch trailer there.
Because when most games released that, what's it called? The event? Is it
It used to be E3, but I don't even know is E3 even going anymore?
Is E3 still a thing?
I don't think it is.
Do you know what I mean?
The first thing is, why did E3 shut down? It shut down December 12th, 2023. So,
Okay, I'm not too far away. Like, because I remember E3, but it's like
3 years ago, Monday. What happened? Your memory goal?
But, I was expecting the last E3 was 2014. I'd have been like, okay, I'm a bit behind here, but
yeah, I think the major gaming events are
because they're all
usually State of Play.
Yeah,
Xbox will have sometimes their own one, and then I'm not even. Again, the fact that it's not coming to my mind immediately means that it's just not.
But that Xbox is dying.
It's
so
not E3
fast.
the way it used to be known. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Xbox is dying so fast. I did see something recently over Christmas that it was the fourth console or platform selling. So it was like PlayStation was first, then Nintendo, and then there was this other thing. I can't even remember what it was, but it's like it's basically the Kinect.
Yeah, it's the horse they bet on because Xbox purposely moved away from trying to compete with PlayStation and goes, this is an Xbox, this is an Xbox.
Yeah,
we'll see if they're too early to that party or they've done the right move at the right time before people move away. But I think that, for us actual gamers, you have as an actual habit, as long as they keep making consoles or something like a Steam machine changing the game, we're still going to play on consoles. Like, just because I can play God of War on my phone doesn't mean I want to. Like,
the cons with that are too big at the minute still with the...
Yeah, I still don't think, because I think a lot of it will come down to internet connection, and depending on where you live, I just don't think they'll be able to pull it off. Like, yes, you might have the technical capability. If your connection was 1,000 million seconds a minute, I pick up my phone, I swipe there, and I just brought my game from here to there. Or, you know, my TV has an app on it that just says Xbox, and there's the same power as my Xbox would have.
It wouldn't be streaming. It'd be streaming.
That'd be normal.
You can't have that built in your TV. Well, you probably could at some point, but
with the tech developing, who knows, right? Yeah. But again, they decided to go that way. They decided that they're not going to win, so they're just going to go software, and they could either win everything or nothing. I think it's a big bet.
I just thought it was funny that they came forth over out of was it units sold over Christmas just gone, and they lost to a company that basically remade the Kinect, which was their big thing, which lost them the whole console war in the first place. But it's because both Xbox and PlayStation put their prices up as well. Yeah. So I ain't paying. Well, I think this new Kinect, I can't remember for the life of me what it's called.
Making the Kinect?
But they made it quite cheap. It's like 200, around 200, fair. And you've got everything. Whereas back in the day when they dropped Xbox with Kinect, no, you have to buy Kinect with it. It was £100 extra with it. So
I think they're genuinely going to give up on hardware, and they're going to go straight to putting their software on as many things as they can.
Makes sense. But there's many other games, right?
Yes, indeed. And moving from racing onto fighting, there is a new Marvel game, Marvel Tacon Fighting Souls, or Tacon, however you're pronouncing that. Don't judge me. I thought when I first saw the trailer, I thought it was going to be Marvel vs. Capcom. But they've done like a full anime style Street Fighter fighting game, which looks pretty sick. Available August 6th, 2026. You can pre-order it now. It's got a couple of cool stuff with the bundles and everything. So I'm looking forward to that. They've only launched a few people in the trailer, but with games like these, you're probably going to get the full stack. I've seen Doctor Doom. I've seen Storm, Magic, Wolverine, like a random character I'd never seen before.
I saw Spider-Man on there as well.
Did you?
I think I did.
I mean, Spider-Man's a given on a game like that.
Yeah.
But what might happen is that, like they do with Marvel Rivals, set heroes to start with, and then they'll have hero launches.
That
kind of keep releasing their game. Tekken has been doing this for a while as well with their season passes.
Keeps coming back, don't it?
Yeah. And I don't particularly like it because it's like the Fortnite-ification of every game. But I don't think that model's going away anytime soon because we ain't got a choice. So.
But I think that brings you back, because I never really played Marvel Rivals, but I know that a few people that did, but they're like, oh my god, Deadpool
I did boot it back up again.
Deadpool just dropped, so now I want to play Deadpool.
And this is what happens. So certain characters, I rebooted it when I played as Blade and Deadpool.
Blade. Blade, I knew that was the other one.
And then I realised I was so out of practice that I got the fuck out of dodge really quick.
But even so, you launched it back up, which you never would have done if they didn't do that.
Yeah, so that's probably going to be the model. But the thing is, launching a new fighting game, it's tricky business. It's tricky business because people are really loyal to their fighting game of choice. Like, I get the new Tekken every year. I have a bout where I just go hard at it for like a month or two.
So you won't play Mortal Kombat because you're a Tekken guy? Would you say it's like that affiliation?
I doubt anyone is as tribal as me on it, but like it's because I'm terrible at Mortal Kombat. It's whichever one you spent the most time in, you're kind of locked into that ecosystem. Yeah. So when you start a completely new fighting game, you could either do really well and it, blows up and people start adopting it, or it just doesn't. But it depends on the type of fighter it is, because Tekken and Soul Calibur are like 3D fighting platforms. So you can dodge left and right and go move forward and back. This is more Street Fighter style. Yeah. So it's a completely different style of play. And it actually reminds me a little bit of Dragon Ball Z, in how they've done their new fighting games in terms of that's more 2D as well. And they've done anime style. So we'll have to see. It looks good. It looks good. I'm never going to turn down a new franchise. So
that's what I mean. They jump in a different space with their already massive franchise. Then you have to sort of try it, don't you? I think even like Family Guy did a fighting game, I'm pretty sure, or Fox in general. They had like Simpsons and stuff. If I'm correct, but I think that goes back to my point. Makes sense. It goes back to my point, right? That if you've got an already massive franchise, why not try and jump in a different space with game or something? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but the thing is, games cost so much. I think they're the most costly medium out there.
They're also the most profitable
if you get it right.
True.
If you get it right. So again, I think a lot of big corporates will be like risk aversion on certain things. So I can see why Fox hasn't made another game since.
I think that's why a lot of them go mobile based, because it's probably really simple user face, etc. Right, so it's not much
In my head, there's so many easy wins people could do with that. Like, you could release a new version of Simpsons Hit and Run as a mobile only.
You could, because
that would sell. Even if you set those on 99p, they would make so much money from that.
Yeah, even like all the old GTA games are on mobile, and they've even released Red Dead, the original, which was a PS3 game, on mobile now. So why they could easily bring out Simpsons Hit and Run, which is a PS2 game, and
probably
when can they do the? And you can play. Streaming wise, you can play PS4 and 5 games on your mobile and portable devices now anyway. So
yeah,
what's stopping them?
I'm so curious about how the portable devices thing are gonna like just start turning up in normal life, because obviously the Switch has been killing it for ages.
Yeah,
and the idea of a Switch makes so much sense as the evolution of a console.
Yeah.
Like, I can see if Xbox stopped making hardware entirely, I'd be surprised. I see them going the Switch route of just like, you'd have your Steam and all your games on there, pick up, put down. They'd go for convenience and Xboxes anywhere.
They just have their app and you just download it on whatever platform you
and I think that might be the final step they take before they stop making hardware entirely, if their handhelds just never took off. Right now, their hardware is just too expensive for me, and that's what keeps happening. But we'll see, man. I think PlayStation's just going to keep winning and keep doing what they're doing.
And talking about a PlayStation actual game, right? It's there's the God of War Trilogy remake, right?
Oh, yeah, boy.
But it's a 2D.
Oh, so yeah,
2D game, right?
So there's two of them. So there's God of War: Son of Sparta.
Oh, okay.
Where that's a 2D scroller of Kratos and his brother Deimos' childhood.
Yeah.
Which looks pretty mental. Him as a Spartan, and then there's the actual remake of the original trilogy, which is a little bit more of like it's kind of top down, kind of third person hack and slash.
Oh, really?
So if you ever played the original God of Wars, they're not like the new ones where that's like more of it feels more like Uncharted is probably the best example. So in terms of where the camera view is, God of War really played a lot with scale, where the camera would move up slightly and Kratos would be like this small, but his weapons would take up a lot of the screen. He's going, so there's a lot of they really try to show off the grandiose scale in those old games, which I really, really liked, because the scale was brought down a lot in the new games. So yes, there are like some big characters in the newer games, but beforehand, like, you'd be like riding on the back of like the Titans who are climbing up Mount Olympus. So they really want to show how big this stuff is. Obviously ended up killing them all, spoilers. So but the original remakes with the original voice actor, I love to see it.
Yeah,
TC Carson. In the trailer, he sounds so much like the new God of War game, and I think that must be intentional.
Well, is the original based? No, it wouldn't be based before this, would it? Because this is as early as you're ever going to see the storyline, right?
So technically, the earliest would be this new 2D scroller, Son of Sparta.
Yeah.
Then it rolls into the original trilogy, and the original
with the original voice actor, who's now back. But why is he trying to make him sound more like the guy now when it's based before?
He still sounds like him, but I can tell a little hint of it.
Do you know what I mean?
And what they've probably done is they've tried to bridge the two things,
right?
Because I think they are going to work on a new game at some point, but there's no official anything on that, to be honest. And I think that a lot of the rumours are it could be following on, but Kratos isn't the main character because he is quite old at the end of this one. Obviously, he's supposed to have died once, come back, he's in a whole new pantheon. The story is that his son, who technically... Have you played these games?
Spoilers, man.
His son could be the new main character, the other ones, and then he'll be like a side character in it, which is probably what I'd recommend, because his arc does need to come to an end at some point.
Yeah, exactly. You can't just keep...
Which is why the first trilogy was fucking good. It was really good. And brutal, and I hope they keep that brutality in there as well. But there was a lot of controversy at the time when the OG voice actor wasn't the new voice actor, if you know what I mean.
Oh, okay,
and
yeah.
They changed the character.
Changed them,
But the new guy was so good.
They were like, So I just forget about it, though.
Yeah, but you forget how good the first one was. So shouts out to TC Carson. Glad to see it back. And I get to play the first 1 and 2 because I only ever played 3. So I played like 3 God of War Ragnarok. Because the other ones were just too old at that point.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? It's like, where do you start? Yeah.
It was pretty easy to pick up because you start God of War 3 on the back of Jaya, the Titan, and you climb up Mount Olympus, you're just like, Zeus! And you just go and get his ass. That's the whole plot of 3. It's one of the most cathartic games I've ever played.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like, the revenge you're after, you get it.
Oh, okay.
And you can play everything.
So it's
the first 10 minutes you rip Poseidon's head off.
So like you'd need to know anything from the first 2 then.
Nah.
You could just launch it up and then just enjoy the...
Pretty much. It gives you a summary of what's happened beforehand in like a kind of
previously
storytelling
on
thing.
God of War.
Yeah, previously on just a bunch of screams and shit. Yeah. Our boy Kratos was ruthless back in the day, so it's pretty cathartic. And speaking of ruthless, there's more.
There's more.
Baba Yaga. John Wick himself is coming to the big gaming screen, everybody. Trailer launched yesterday, state of play, obviously. Developed by Lionsgate Entertainment as well, which is nice, and Saber Entertainment, Saber Interactive, sorry. Saber, I'm pretty sure, were the people that made Horizon Zero Dawn, so the graphics are probably going to be banging. It's a AAA game, which is a controversial thing to say these days. There's big hate for the AAA, but you can't mess that up, I feel. It again,
gameplay wise, I don't know if it was 3D rendered or etc. or actual gameplay for the trailer, but it looked insane again. It looked even more insane. I think we watched one of them before, which we'll get to, and then I was like, this looks great. And then this came on, I was like, wow, it looks even better.
Yeah.
But I think I said to you, right, I was like, how's it going to play? And it looks like there's a bit of a debate whether it should be a stealth game like Hitman or just pure action.
There's probably going to be elements of both.
Like a mix.
Wick is a little bit stealthy until it all goes to shit, and then you're not.
Yeah, and then like he's ready for pure action, right? So
yeah, and I think a lot of it will. All of this is going to come down to gameplay and how it feels, because we know this is a concept that's like hard to fuck up, right? You're a badass that's killing people. I'm in, right? And it's just Keanu Reeves, so I'm in even more.
It is Keanu Reeves, because I was there, because it doesn't reveal it straight away in the trailer, does it? And I was like, oh, is it Keanu? Yeah. Is it Keanu? And it gets to the end. And
he's clearly voice acted it. He's clearly done all the 3D renders and everything. He's done the mocap.
Well, he said one thing, didn't he, in the trailer?
He said, yeah.
And I was like, yeah.
So we fucking love a bit of Keanu Reeves.
Again, going back to this, well, this is a completely different point, actually. When I was younger, there'd be a movie coming out, or movies, trilogies, like the Lord of the Rings, Spider-Man, and they'd be instantly made on the film, a game to accompany it on PS2, or back in the day.
It used to usually be a hit song that came out with it too.
Yeah, and it would go hand in hand, and then it hasn't really been a thing. Maybe because games are more difficult to.
Because how many of those games were good?
Yeah, true. How many do you remember? The Lord of the Rings ones were great, and maybe not the first one.
That is the one that stands out most.
Spider-Man games were great.
Yeah.
Toby ones, because it was even Toby in it.
But for every Spider-Man and Lord of the Rings, there's a Shrek. Fucking garbage. Yeah. I watched a 1 hour breakdown of every Shrek movie game companion, and it's tragic. Because they never get the voice act. So Mike Myers is in none of the games. Yeah. And I know that's what you were worried about with John Wick. But this seems very much like, apparently they work really close with I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but Chad Stahelski, who's the director and the franchise visionary for John Wick.
It all merges.
So I'm hoping it's very true to the character. It's a really good story, and I assume it's going to be some point maybe before the movie starts. You see him in his heyday. That would make a lot of sense for the game franchise, because that means you can tell a lot of John Wick stories without it being near his retirement, which is what we complain about with movies.
Well, that's not what I mean, by the way, when I say I don't want a recreation of the movie or the series that's just happened, because I think you could make a really good Game of Thrones game. There's a new Game of Thrones series. Why don't they just make a game based on a character back in the day? So Duncan the Tall in the Night of the Seven Kingdoms that's just coming out. Why couldn't they make that a game? I know obviously people want to see it, and that's probably the massive part of the franchise, that people want to watch series, etc. But why can't they just make a spin-off game? Because I remember the Lord of the Rings game that they did as well. It was massive. You were just help me out here.
Oh, what did they cover? Just the movie title? So it was the Two Towers and
originally, but then there was that Lord of the Rings game that came out.
The one where you play as a ranger.
Yeah,
and it had the incredible Nemesis system in it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, how can I not remember the name of it?
I know, same. It's just come to my head.
They were brilliant. I played both of them.
My friend played it a lot as well. It's like.
Internet, please help us out. We're mind blanking here.
I'm gonna bring it up. You carry on.
Okay, pull that shit up.
The Battle for Middle Earth, is that it? No, that's not
Battle
right.
Mordor?
No, that's a strategy game. Oh, what's it called?
This is horrendous of us, considering that I really liked it. Again, I watched a whole video essay on the Nemesis system itself and how it was like one of the most innovative game engines that they've ever made, and yet it just didn't continue, which is tragic. But anyway, yeah, when you can take something from such a lore vast place, you can create anything. So I'm hoping they pick a good moment within the John Wick verse, because you can then create more stories from that. Like if John Wick is good, I want them to create more and more stories. It's very similar to the other game that we need to talk about as well from State of Play, which is obviously going to be 007 First Light. Now I'm really excited for that. That looks unbelievably good.
Because that's different, right? Because when I said, "Oh, is this John Wick?" I know there's so many different James Bonds, but you think, "Oh, is this going to be one of the James Bonds from the movies?"
There's only one John Wick.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
But I think this is why it works for James Bond, that it can be whoever. So this is like a new character in a way, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's someone completely new, completely random, and this could be a couple of things. It could be a sneaky theory of testing someone who could be the next James Bond. And I actually think it's probably a good idea to pick someone we've never seen before to be the new live-action James Bond.
Yeah.
But I want to give new chances to new actors that can kick ass. I don't want to just randomly select like an Idris Elba or a Liam Hemsworth or something, and then he's the new James Bond. Like I want new, fresh blood in this, right?
Yeah.
And for all we know, the guy that's playing 007 in this could be the new live action guy, but that's more of a conspiracy theory on my end.
No, there's no way.
It does look like more of like a Uncharted action, maybe a mix with a bit of Hitman style thing going on there, which will probably be very similar to John Wick, but probably more like cinematic action set pieces.
Yeah.
And I'm loving that. That is my type of game to a T. I've been needing something like an Uncharted for years. And I'm hoping this gives me my fix, man. I need my fix.
Yeah, and it looked insane again. There's graphics wise for the James Bond game.
Next level.
Is that going to be stealthy, pure action? Is it going to have a Hitman vibe?
I mean, he's a spy. There's got to be some stealth going on. I really hope they go a little bit down the route of The Witcher, actually. I want different routes of conversation. Like, if I want to have to fool people live. Weirdly enough, the closest thing I've played to that is... I think it was Call of Duty Vanguard.
Really?
It was one of the World War II ones, and there's sections where you have to play, like you're trying to sneak your way into like German headquarters somewhere.
Yeah.
And you get your disguise and your card, and you have to remember what's on it.
Yeah.
And I remember like writing it down on my phone notes. So when I get questioned by Baron von Strucker over here, I'm like, yes, my name's Johann.
But because that is very much like Hitman in a way. You got to remember little clues, etc. Throughout, and you don't like that though, right? It's too stealthy.
No, I just don't like the way Hitman plays. I think it's clunky.
I really enjoy it though.
And I kind of get, I don't know, it just never grabbed me as much. But then again, I want more of a story-driven experience than like Hitman's a bit sandbox, create your own style mad adventure. It gets sillier as the franchise progressed.
Yeah, a little bit. It's like try beating this particular mission different ways multiple times. Like
I get a bit perfection-y when I play these games.
Oh,
like if I can't do it perfectly stealthily and stay in character, like if something silly happens, it's like broken my immersion, and I'm like, fuck.
But even that sometimes makes it, because you get to a point and you drop something or you give yourself away. You're like, ah! Yeah. And there's checkpoints and stuff, but some people don't. You're like, you have to start all the way from the beginning.
The challenges are pretty insane.
Yeah.
Like, if you turn the difficulty up.
I really enjoy it.
But yeah, that's just me being a bit weirder. But 007 First Light is scheduled to come out 27th of May. PS5, Xbox Series X, Switch, and PC. So you can already pre-order, but it was just seeing it more of a trailer because this was announced earlier. Yeah, and it's been around for a while, but it's just good to see what's coming out, man.
And before we quickly talk about the last one, I found the Lord of the Rings game. It's Middle-earth, Shadow of Mordor.
Yeah, I know. It's Middle-earth, right? So we just took everything in general.
But again, is that the second one? Because there was definitely two.
Yeah, there was.
But there's no reference here to the first one. Oh, we're going to get slaughtered out.
I think I played the first one to completion and I didn't finish the second one.
Yeah.
I can't quite remember. I think the second one wasn't as good as the first anyway.
The first one was like Game of the Year.
Yeah, it was groundbreaking. It really was. But there's more that they can dip in with that. Because like we were talking about before with the wider Lord of the Rings lore, go back to the first age. Go back to, why don't I play as one of the elves that battled Morgoth and Shelob and like all of them the same. Like, give me that. Give me Ancalagon the Black in a goddamn game.
Is this the way they do it though? Because I remember we can watch one of our previous episodes, like one of the first ones where we talk about why are movies and TV series always set in terrible ages of the franchise, etc. Right? But is it you do it through games?
Budget. Yeah, do it through games.
Do it through games because there's no. I mean, there's still budget, but there's
the best example of that is Star Wars: The Old Republic. It's the only time they've ever gone back and gone and found the stronger characters.
Exactly.
That's what I want. That's what I want. But on power scaling and big shows, the one that blew us away was the most random thing announced at State of Play was Project Windless.
Project Windless
Sounds cool if you haven't seen.
That sounds cool, but the way you sold it to me, I was like, this is going to look so stupid. You were like, basically, you're like, because you must have seen something beforehand. You were like, the big chicken from Family Guy? And I was like, yes. Yeah. You were like, basically, it looks like you're the big chicken from Family Guy.
You are the big chicken from Family Guy.
But then we watched the trailer together.
And it looks a lot like Black Myth Wukong in terms of how it plays. But it's like if you mix Black Myth Wukong, Family Guy, and then you got that comparison was going somewhere. You had, what's the other thing it looks like? Dynasty Warriors. Because it's just loads of people on the battlefield. Because it looked badass. I'm not even going to lie to you.
Well, I was saying during the reaction, I was like, do you have because you're fighting an army of people. Like, do you have anyone on your side? And it doesn't look like you do. You're just a giant chicken.
Bro.
Killing everybody.
By this line, I don't think he needs allies. Project Windless is set in the universe-acclaimed Korean fantasy series, The Bird That Drinks Tears. That motherfucker don't need no help, Kurt. He drink tears, homie.
Yeah.
So it's Korean in backdrop, which is interesting. So I was like, I know this is... Because the environment looked very Chinese in terms of like the mountain ranges and all that kind of stuff. So in this world, each race has its own worldview, its own complex history. Conflicts are never clean or heroic. The world felt ancient and lived in, full of places to explore. And we quickly realised the universe naturally fits in an open world. So that's coming from the PlayStation blog. So I think there's a lot to do there. And even though you play as a big chicken, it's the most badass chicken I've ever seen. Carries 2 swords on his back. Was whooping ass for the Lord. So if the gameplay feels good, I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Yeah, exactly. But it looks like you can't die. It looks like one of those overpowered characters. Like,
I hope it is.
It seems like you should only play it on beginner because if you die, it feels like...
If you just want to play it for the story, it's the power fantasy.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. There's some solid dodging mechanics in there.
True.
It could be. I have a feeling it could also go the Souls-like route, and it's much harder than you think it is.
Well, I think that it depends on the people you're fighting. Like it looked like the big armies, you could just kill them instantly. But then there's boss fights, all bigger, scarier dudes.
Yeah, I'm excited about the scale of that game. I do like games that have big scale. Black Myth Wukong's like this, where it's just like bam, like there's just a real show to it, like God of War back in the day. So State of Play was banging. We still haven't covered everything from State of Play, but that was like our favourites. But I am gutted that they didn't announce anything about this rumoured Witcher DLC.
Oh, you said that?
So there's been rumours for ages that The Witcher 3 is going to get a DLC that bridges the gap between what happened in the meantime after The Witcher 3 and The Witcher 4, where Ciri will become the new character. If you're not familiar, that's the main character, Geralt's adopted daughter. You haven't played The Witcher, have you? Have you seen the show?
No.
Okay, cool. So you're complete novice to it. But greatest franchise of all time.
Really?
One of, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
One of. I'm not even sure if I could pick my top 3 favourite games and put them in an actual order, but I literally said today I wish I could erase my memory just to play The Witcher 3 again. Only that bit of my memory, by the way.
Maybe we should do a tier list, because we've got a cartoon tier list that's coming soon.
If you ever want to watch me stress, go and watch that episode, because I was like, I can't do it.
It's coming very soon. It was emotional for you to go through, right? Just to
didn't like it.
You did not like it. But some great things from State of Play.
Yeah,
some exciting games.
Heavy lifting right now,
and that was only like 6 that we went through. So there's a lot more to cover.
Yeah, big time.
So we'll see how it goes.
Maybe a part 2 ? But there was also a lot happening in the world of sports, wasn't there, mate?
Yeah, I feel like I've been on holiday a little bit recently, and it's all kicking off.
I've been to Milan, if you haven't guessed. Look at him.
I'm actually more of an AC fan, and I've got an Inter shirt here, so
angry Italian noises.
Yeah, but Is Ronaldo finally had enough in Saudi Arabia?
Well, there's only so much money can buy, I guess.
The funny thing is, right, so basically there's this thing that's coming out. He's not very happy in Saudi at the moment because of, it's basically state-owned.
Yeah.
And they own multiple teams. Mm-hmm. And he's thinking that the other teams are getting favoured more than the team he's playing for. So he's basically not happy. So
he's saying that basically there's government interference in ignoring his team?
Yeah, because...
Or giving others advantages, like what's actually happened to warrant this?
Yeah, Karim Benzema, one of the better players out there as well, recently switched to one of the better teams, which obviously wasn't Ronaldo's team, but now has made them stronger. So I don't think Ronaldo's finding that the people running it are making his team as powerful as he believes they should be, etc. Right? So he's just not happy. And I think if you think about it, Ronaldo he is the reason Saudi is as big as it is.
Yeah,
he's the one that went out there. He was
the first big superstar. It's like when Messi went over to the US League. Like no one was really looking at it like that. Did Beckham go over first?
Yeah, Beckham was probably the first person
Messi.
To do it. But Pele did it back in the day as well, actually.
Okay. Yeah, but that must have been early doors then.
These places are normally considered retirement grounds.
Yeah. He just went there for the bag, let's be real.
Yeah, go there for the bag. And let's be honest, do you know how much he's on out there?
It wasn't in the billions or something.
So have a guess of Ronaldo's wages in Saudi.
I'm going to go $750 million.
Like, so normally in football they do it weekly. So like,
weekly.
They do annual salary, and then they what normally happens in football is to go, X player is on, $100,000 a week, and that's normally the best way to.
$5 million a week.
Oh geez, no, not that much. Actually, wait. So his annual salary, is approximately 200 million euros per season before tax.
Yeah, that actually could be.
So close. Weekly wage is roughly around 4 million per week.
Big maths right here, big maths.
And I think like Haaland, I think is the most well paid in Europe, which is where obviously all the best players play. And I think he's only on $500,000 a week. So quick maths, he's on like 8 times as much as Haaland out there.
Good grief. Well, the thing is, he's already a billionaire, probably even before that deal was made. So does he really care about the money at this point? I'm looking at this now. Sports Illustrated have an article up about a rumour that he could potentially go to Liverpool.
Yeah, I've been seeing that a little bit today because there was basically what's next, because he's boycotting it a little bit. Like, I'm not playing until it's fixed, etc. Right? Because he has all the power. He can just. I know they're paying him $4 million a week, which is insane. Anyway, it's like $500,000 a day.
Yeah. I don't think you should push his luck too far, mate. He'll get diced up in a hotel.
But he doesn't care, though, does he? He doesn't care, and he's that big. He can. But yeah, people were saying, where does he go next? And I think maybe that does bring him back to Europe.
Yeah, because apparently Liverpool would be willing to pay like 95 mil for him.
Because you wouldn't need to pay.
Is he even worth that much at that age? Because I know he's good, but like he's not 95 million as a successor to Mo Salah good.
95 million? I don't think that. So you can't even buy a prime player for that.
So transfer rumour: Ronaldo's return to former club Liverpool, €95 million Salah successor.
Successor, and people were saying Salah's getting towards the end of his prime, like,
Ronaldo's
and he's
way older than him.
He's nearly 10 years older than him. So his successor is nearly a grandfather coming in.
Age is changing a lot in sports. Like, for some reason, people of the highest level can just play at a high level for much longer. If we look, LeBron dropped a triple dub last night, first 41-year-old to drop 28, 10 and 11, I think, or something similar to that. Yeah,
Lewis Hamilton's still going at 41, I believe.
Yeah. Hopefully he has a better year this year. He's saying the car's good, so I'm betting on that.
And there was
a depressing year last year.
A couple of athletes in the Winter Olympics, being in Milan recently, that's where it was. So
Milan, darling.
Milan, there was like some 4-year-olds out there winning gold. So, yeah, I guess it isn't. But then Saudi isn't anywhere near the same level as prime Europe. Prime Europe? So European football. So that's where he's coming back to. But World Cup this year, maybe he's just trying to... He can't go to Liverpool, though, because that's like Man United's biggest rivals. And he's a Man United hero. But he nearly went to Manchester City before he went back to Man United recently.
Good. Well, is he that loyal to Man U, though?
I don't think he is. I think it was like a last...
He doesn't strike me as the loyal type.
Well, that's how it came out. And then when he left Man United, he basically threw he basically threw him under the bus, saying the facilities, the way it's run.
You wouldn't give a shit about them. Plus, with what their boss is talking about, he wouldn't want another immigrant on his team, would he?
Yeah. Just when the team started to do well again, it's like they're just finding a reason for everyone to. Because now apparently all the Man United players are unhappy there.
Well, yeah, no wonder. Mate, he lives in Monaco as an immigrant, saying that the world's been colonised by immigrants. Shut up, bro.
Yeah, it's a funny one.
No personal tax in the UK, by the way.
There you go.
Oh,
so I don't know what's next for Ronaldo. I think he can't go to Liverpool. I think I did see that Sporting Lisbon could possibly be a place for him to go, and that's where he started his career. So like a full circle.
I think it'd be too risky for him to return to the Prem, because obviously him being in Saudi, even for this long, and he was at La Liga before, right? Or what league was he in before?
So he started in for a long time. He started in the Portuguese league, went to Manchester United, then went to La Liga for Real Madrid. Then left there for Juventus. So was it Juventus was the club he was at before he went to Saudi? No, then he went back to Manchester United. Yeah. So he did come back to the Prem as a 36, 37-year-old.
How did he perform back then?
He was good. Okay. He was still in a pretty average United team.
How old is he now?
He's 41, I believe.
Oh, so to be fair, Ronaldo does have like Bron-like tendencies, so yeah. I don't doubt that he could perform, but he might be looking at it as a risk to his legacy, because it's going to be like Lightning McQueen in Cars 3.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
he did it a few years ago. Shock.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And I think he is looking a little bit more aged.
Because he's got...
Dare to say it, in Saudi the last few years. But is it because of the level and he's just doesn't need to even...
I mean, he could probably play Saudi with his eyes closed. So I think that he might have made him soft.
Maybe.
Comes back to
He's still playing in the national team. Playing... again, what's the level of the national team at the highest stage? Maybe it's always debatable, but
Portugal's national team,
just even in like the World Cup stage or European stage, is it compared to the European League, like the Champions League, is that much higher level than World Cup? It's a debate, but
don't know.
I'm excited. Who's to say? Why would you not want to see him back? I think even because in the MLS, right, their season doesn't match up with the European season, so they're off now, and people were saying, wasn't Messi just like come back to Europe for a bit while he's waiting, just a little loan deal?
Yeah, to be fair, it depends on like. I mean, I imagine Messi got bored with football years ago, as he's like attained enlightenment in the football world. Like, I wonder if he's just like super autism. I love doing this no matter what, or if it's like you bore me and just keep.
He's still going. A lot of the players he used to play for, he brought them over there, and a lot of them are retiring now. Yeah. But I don't know if he's sticking around because Ronaldo's sticking around. I don't know who's to know what the motivation. Ronaldo's motivation is to get 1,000 career goals, and he's like 40-something away, I believe.
Nice. Has Messi already hit that, or is he behind?
No, Messi's not hit 900 yet, but he's got more goals.
He's got the goals when it matters, I hear them say.
Oh, that's a debate.
I say you guys said it, not me.
You don't want to mess up with these people. But yeah, it's just interesting to see where that goes. And then to finish off, there's a new Spider-Man series coming.
Oh yeah, Spider Noir, Spider Cage, Spider Nicholas
Cage,
the bees, the spiders. Yeah, man. Spider Noir was, for anyone who's not familiar with the comics or hasn't seen Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, it's essentially a black and white, like, is it 40s detective?
Yeah, that's Noir is that 1940s, 30s, 40s.
Like, he's a private eye.
Or 20s, 1920s, 40s phase. Yeah, around that.
And from 1930, sorry, according to the wiki, and without knowing his backstory properly, because I may be a bit of a comic nerd, but I don't know this version of Spider Noir as well. I think he just got bitten by the radioactive spider in the same way. But I did see a little flash of something a little crazy in there. Yeah, the trailer. I had to slow it down, and it looks like there might be some more monstrous horror-like tendencies from this one. And he does kind of hint to it in Into the Spider-Verse, and that his backstory is a little bit different. But I just love the fact that one of the characters in it is the guy from New Girl. Wilson, what's his name? Wilson? Not Wilson. Is it Wilson?
I'm not sure.
I don't know, but he's funny and he's in it. So I'm like, okay, let's go. But it's done in a series the same way that like WandaVision would be and all the rest of it. So I'm curious to see how this pans out, man. I do tend to be quite biased to anything that's in Nicolas Cage's repertoire, so we'll have to see.
Do you think it's going to be a part of the Marvel universe, or is it because
it's a separate timeline, I presume.
Yeah, but it just seems like they can just bring anyone in at any point now, doesn't it? If they
because he's technically playing Benjamin Riley, who's the Scarlet Spider in the comics, and obviously the version of it they've chosen to do is Spider Noir. I'm not quite sure how those two things pass over, whether they've just taken the name of Benjamin Riley and attached it to Spider Noir. I have no idea how this is going to turn out.
Of course, of the noir setting and feel, it feels dark, doesn't it? Because obviously it's black and white. But do you think it's going to be quite similar to like the Penguin series, where that was quite a dark series?
Nicolas Cage is in it, so I assume they're going to be quite self-aware.
But he's not always a joke, by the way. Nicolas Cage.
Maybe.
He's in some, the
thing is, his character is jokey in the Spider-Verse, so the way I'm perceiving him...
Well, Spider-Man isn't he? He's quite a comical...
Yeah, and maybe dark things happen, but he'll find humour in that.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure how they're going to play it. I'm really interested to see how it actually turns out and actually getting a proper dedicated look at what this looks like. But really unique in the fact that you can watch it in black and white or you can watch it in true colour.
Yeah.
Which I was like, that is really cool.
Yeah, because I think that would I think they must have been self-aware where they're like, maybe people will be put off that it's purely in black and white. So if there's not that option, people won't watch it. But you got to watch it in black and white. 'Cause that's the way it's purposely 100%. To be made, right?
And it looks like this is made in collab with Sony Entertainment, because before the show, we were like, is this a Sony or a Marvel thing? Like, what's going on? So it looks like it's between Sony and obviously MGM/Prime. And because it's original from there, they might have a bit more flexibility around the property. I doubt it will connect much with anything else that's going on. So I don't think this is going to be like a
Venom.
low-key... Yeah, I don't think this is going to be like a low-key or anything else where that series corresponds, would set up a movie. I'm hoping they treat it as its own thing, properly dedicated to the characters, because I think after all the time we've had to analyse where Marvel has been going wrong, it's because they constantly just setting up for the next thing, which makes you feel like they ignore the current thing.
But that's what happens if this is a massive success. Then they'll go, let's bring it in. People might want to see this.
They'll see the money.
Exactly.
I recently watched a really good YouTube video, and I'll have to see if I can find the creator on some things. But it was talking about why kind of Western comics are failing, but anime is just becoming bigger and bigger and bigger and more popular. And the kind of conclusion they came to was the fact that we've forgotten how to write earnest shows. So in Marvel, if there is a serious moment, apart from very few and far between, they can't do any real deaths because these characters are eternal brands in their own right. So sometimes the stakes are by premise removed from the property. So apart from this is why Infinity War was so good and Endgame was so good. There was real stakes in that. People did die,
but they brought them back.
But they brought them back. But you didn't know that until the next one. You had to wait, right?
Yeah.
But there's that part of it, and there's also the fact that Marvel constantly undercut the way they write things with a joke.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Every time they get a chance to.
Yeah.
Whereas sometimes you just have to let a character be a little bit corny, a little bit of, with great power comes great responsibility, and the power of friendship. Like, that is kind of a part of comics, and they're starting to do it more in how they do the actual comics and the TV show. So with separate entities like this, I hope they put effort into their stories, that they're really earnest, that they don't undercut the characters too much, and they just give the story what it deserves and the weight it deserves, and put some oomph behind it. You know what I'm saying?
But maybe they won't do that because it's not connected to Marvel. Let's just say. But DC probably look at that and go, oh, Marvel slip a couple, corny jokes in there to make, and that's the formula, it works, and people like that. So maybe that's why people copy it.
I don't know, but the thing is, it was effective at first because it was
it's new, it's different.
It was a subversion, but I think we've been there, done that. So I'm hoping with these separate properties, they get it right. I haven't heard of the director of the TV show before, so I think they're fairly new to the game. I can't remember it. Well, how do I pronounce that? I'm not going to try, but
Yeah. Just Google it.
Just Google it.
Yeah.
So there should be some good stuff coming out for now. I think it should be fun. It should be good. It should be fly. And hopefully, fingers crossed, none of this goes terribly, and all the things we talked about are great, and we're going to have a great time watching things, playing things. It's a good time to own media, folks, to be playing PlayStation, watching movies.
Yeah. So we'll look back at it. That sucked.
Well, these guys are bad at predicting shit.
We didn't predict anything. We just went through and went, this kind of looks good from what
we needed to cover
That's what trailers do, right? They make you... They get you involved and they get you excited.
Get the people going.
Exactly. Yeah. But we will see. Maybe we'll look back on this and do a review episode of playing these games, watching these series.
Yeah, and eventually I'd love to do like actual Let's Plays on the channel. Maybe like I want to do more trailer reviews when they come out. Like if we get our act together, eventually we can do like live watch-alongs for these on like a Twitch or a Patreon or something. That'd be so cool. But
we just need more support, guys.
Please like and subscribe, you guys. We want to keep growing the channel. We want to do original stuff. We want to keep it rocking and rolling. But if you did like that, please drop a comment, like, subscribe. Like I just said, do it again. Do it more. Hitting the bell notification too, because YouTube be needing that these days. And we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Peace.
Yo.